Right. This series is called Know Thyself, right? The African proverb, your body is a temple of knowledge. Who am I? What am I? Where am I? When was I? Why am I here? How am I? And how am I here? Who am I refers to identity. This involves exploring your name, personal history, roles, relationship, and individual characteristics. It's about understanding your personality, preferences, values, and the experiences that have shaped you. What am I refers to nature. This question can be interpreted in terms of your essence or being. Are you a human being? A collection of cells? A consciousness? A soul? Or maybe a combination of these? It asks you to consider the fundamental aspects of your existence. Why am I here? Refers to location. Where am I? Refers to location. Physically, this pertains to your current geographic location. Metaphorically, it could refer to your place in life, such as your career, emotional state, or spiritual journey. It's about situating yourself in a world and within your personal timeline. When was I? Temporal existence. This question asks about the time periods that define your existence. It considers your birth, significant life events, and the historical context you live in. It's about understanding the chronology of your life and the eras that have influenced you. Why am I? Purpose. This is about discovering your purpose or reason for being. It might involve contemplating your goals, dreams, and what gives your life meaning. It's an existential inquiry into why you exist and what you aim to achieve or contribute during your lifetime. How am I? State of being. This refers to your physical, mental, and spiritual condition. Physically, it refers to your health, well-being, encompassing aspects like energy levels, fitness, and any physical sensations or ailment you may be experiencing. Mentally, it delves into your state of mind, including emotions, thoughts, mental clarity. Are you feeling calm, stressed, happy, or uncertain? Spiritually, this considers your sense of inner peace, connection to something greater than yourself, or your beliefs about existence and purpose. How am I here? Origin and journey. This question addresses the process and circumstances that led to your current state. It includes your origins, such as your birth and ancestry, as well as the choices, events, and paths that have brought you to the point in your life. It's about understanding the factors and influence that have shaped your journey. What it means. Know thyself is an ancient principle that has transcended time and culture, finding resonance in various philosophical and spiritual traditions. The concept of duality in human nature suggests that within each individual there is a potential to manifest both good and evil tendencies. This duality reflects the inherent complexity of the human psyche, acknowledging that individuals possess the capacity for both benevolent and malevolent thoughts, emotions, and actions. If you don't know yourself, you don't know where you're going. Lacking self-awareness is akin to navigating without a map. You drift aimlessly, susceptible to external influences that steer you off your true path. Similarly, if you are ignorant of your history, ancestors, past, or heritage, you become a blank slate for others to imprint their narratives upon. This external influence can dominate your identity, leading you to adopt and defend interests that aren't truly your own. You might find yourself fighting for causes that are irrelevant or even detrimental to your well-being, unwittingly opposing your own people and undermining your heritage. When you're filled with somebody else's past, history, ancestors, and heritage, you lose the ability to connect with your roots. This disconnection alienates you from the authentic self and disrupts your sense of belonging. You become a defender of somebody else's legacy, blindly championing their causes while neglecting your own. This misalignment can lead to internal conflict as you battle against the very essence of who you are meant to be. Knowing yourself is beneficial so you don't compromise who you are, so you won't succumb to the whimsical winds of trends and external pressures that seek to change you. These pressures can make you out of alignment with your goals and values. Also, knowing yourself gives you a strong sense of identity and purpose. Without this, you will be lost, attaching yourself to anything for comfort and security. You do not want to embrace the identity of others. Knowing who you are is the foundational to creating your future. Self-awareness and a deep understanding of your heritage provides a solid base from which to build. When you understand your past, you gain insight into your strengths, weaknesses, and the unique contributions you can make to the world. This clarity empowers you to set meaningful goals and pursue a future that resonates with your true self. By embracing your history and identity, you align your actions with your authentic interests, fostering a future that is genuinely your own. Without direction, values, purpose, and vision, it is impossible to know yourself. And this will lead to feelings of being lost in the world. Number 1, self-awareness. Understanding emotions. Knowing yourself involves recognizing and understanding emotions. This includes being aware of the various emotions experienced in different situations and understanding the triggers behind them. Recognizing patterns, identifying recurring patterns in behaviors, reactions, and decision-making process that can provide insight into one's habits and tendencies. 2, values and beliefs, identifying core values. Knowing what values are important to you helps in making decisions aligned with your principles. This involves reflecting on what matters most in life, such as honesty, integrity, compassion, or achievements. Examining belief systems. Understanding your belief systems, principles, and values that influence your perception of the world can provide you with a profound comprehension of how your mind works and your stance towards various matters. This is huge, right? Because most people, they have worldviews and they have philosophies and ideologies that they already incorporate in themselves. And when you have these ideologies embedded within you, sometimes we can be dismissive of other people's ideologies. So this is why it's good to understand your belief system, right? Because they can be negative or positive, right? And just because you have a belief system doesn't mean you can't agree with other belief systems out there, because there's multiple belief systems that are very beautiful. But sometimes people tend to be narrow-minded. Sometimes people tend to be, suffer from cognitive dissonance. Sometimes people, tend to be very dismissive of other people's, belief systems. So examine your belief system. Strengths and weaknesses. Celebrating strengths. That's number 3. Recognize and leveraging personal strengths can contribute to success and fulfillment. This involves acknowledging skills, talents, and attributes that set you apart. Addressing weaknesses. Understanding areas for improvement allows for personal growth. It involves acknowledging limitations and working towards enhancing or mitigating weaknesses. Lifelong learning. Number 4, curiosity and open-mindedness. Fostering a spirit of learning demands a proactive approach that involves approaching life with an unwavering sense of curiosity and resolute willingness to embrace new ideas, experiences, and perspectives. It requires being receptive to different viewpoints and cultivating a mindset of intellectual curiosity. However, it is imperative to remember that being open-minded should never compromise personal safety or the safety of others. Therefore, it is essential to exercise discretion and caution while exploring new ideas and perspectives. Adaptability. Embracing change and being willing to adapt based on new information or experiences is integral to the spirit of learning. It involves a continuous process of refining and updating one's understanding of the world. You may have a worldview right now, but as more information, as more truth is revealed, your belief system is supposed to be updated as well, right? Because having a belief system is very cool. Everybody has one, but you shouldn't be confined to it necessarily, because time progresses and we are going to evolve mentally, right? And new information, technology is going to advance, more truths is going to be revealed to us. So this is why we have to be open-minded in that sense, right? Because new information can destroy your old belief systems, or new information can enhance your belief system. So you may have a worldview that's actually truthful and correct, but it's not the complete version of it. When more truth comes in, then it paints a bigger picture of your worldview. Many things can happen. Side note, knowing and understanding yourself begins the journey of spirituality. If to be a spiritual person, you got to know yourself, right? That begins the journey.